Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? It's Tuesday, 6:30. We're on 42, episode 42. Taking ownership of your world. I'm so excited. I am gonna just put a little drop of joy in my hand right now. Wait till a couple people get logged in, or quite a few. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm ready to start. So, episode 42, taking ownership of your world. I'm your host, Natalia, aka Nat. I'm here every Tuesday at 6:30 Spanish time. And hey, Sakshi. And I'm here to help you transition into the life and business that you absolutely love. So that's what we're all about. Wealth, wellness, success, all of these amazing things that you really need well, you don't need to, but I want you to be able to enhance so that you have more fulfillment in your life. So, it's the last quarter of the year, and I've been speaking to a lot of you in terms of whether it's in my group or whether it's on some strategy calls that I've been having, because I've been filling up my group for my next group, my mentorship group. And I know you guys are feeling it. So I really wanted to come on today because there's a lot of you feeling a bit lost, like you're not where you should be, or like you don't really know where the next step is, or hey, or you're feeling you're maybe looking at your New Year's resolutions that you set, and you're like, oh, how did I get to this point? So I want you to know that you're not alone, first of all. And wherever you're at, and let me know where you guys are at right now. Like if you're working in a corporate job or a full-time job, if you're working part-time and you're trying to start something on the side, if you're full in on your business, like I want to know where you're at so that I can start to tailor it a bit, either live right here and now or in the upcoming sessions that we have or episodes that we have. And of course, like in my group, I'm always putting a ton of value in there because that's what I'm about. So let's tackle these feelings, because like I said, you're not alone, and it's actually a good thing. I know, you're like, why? What are you talking about, Nat? Like, how can this possibly feel good? Like, how can feeling stressed, overwhelmed, lost, not sure where I'm at, not sure where I'm going, like what is happening? How can that be a good thing? Well, it's a good thing because it's a signal that you need a change, or that change is happening. So, get on board. In other words. And I know that might seem a bit harsh because, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but most of us, some of us, are not good with change. It's not easy to change. It's not comfortable. And I always like this saying, like, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because it's true. If you want to up-level your life, if you're watching, if you're tuning in, you're not here because, you want to just keep sitting on the couch and doing nothing. You want to up-level your life. You want to get to that next level of success. And whether that's working with me or another coach or whatever, taking another course, it doesn't matter. It's just you want something more is what is basically why you're here. It's why you should be here anyway, because if not, then you're wasting your time. But regardless of where you're at, this is a good thing. It's good to feel negative sometimes, and it's because now we know that we have to make a change. So I'm a firm believer that everything happens for you and not to you. And I say this because, you know, there is so, like, when life or business gives you crap, like you feel like nothing's working or whatever, you know, maybe there's a death in the family or a good friend, or, you know, it can be crap. It can be really crap. And when that happens, it's like there is some underlying reason. There's some underlying method to the madness that life is, you know, like yin and yang, darkness and light, ups and downs. Everything is in cycles. And, you know, through it all, the only thing that you can control, and I'm going to come back to that word in a minute, is yourself. What you're thinking, what you believe in, what your behaviors are, how you react to things. Like, you get to control that. It's hard to master sometimes. I mean, it's a lifelong journey, let's be honest. And you know, I wouldn't be here without the mentors and the coaches that I've had in my past and will continue to have in my future when the time arises. But you know, so what I want to say to that is, now that you know that feeling like this, feeling stressed, overwhelmed, like, you know, what the hell is happening? I don't recognize where I'm at. Well, like, why, how did I get to this point? Now that you know that A, you're not alone, and B, that this is a good thing, let's explore more, because now I want you to take ownership. This is where the ownership piece comes in. It's not control, really and truly, because control to me is like the word busy. There's not too many things that I put the word hate to, but the word busy and control, I'm starting to really dislike those words. I won't even say hate, but I dislike them. And, you know, busy to me, like, everybody's busy. Like, and, you know, I used to use the word busy because it was an ego thing. Like, oh, I can't do that, I'm busy. Like, it was such a cop out. Like, let's be real, right? And busy, like, to me, when I even just say it, I'm like, oh, stress, oh, like, scattered, oh, it's like you don't have, it's like you're not in control, you're not owning your time, you're not owning your goals, you're not owning your own you're not owning the activities that you know when you do them you are successful. You're just busy doing, and that's not a way to live. Like, you got to be who you are first, and then the doing will come after. But let's stop using that word busy and go back to being productive. How can I be productive today? The other thing I'll say to that is, because I'm looking at my notes, is that when you're productive, you make it happen. Whereas when you're busy, like, you don't take the time, you don't give yourself the time to be strategic, to really look at your boundaries, like who's asking who, and what are the demands that you're putting on yourself, because you have to put yourself first. You really do. And that's not selfish, that's necessary, because if you don't put yourself first and you're not able to be the 100%, 110%, then everyone around you, whether you have kids, whether you're taking care of your parents, whether you're, you know, single or whatever, wherever you're at, like, you got to be 100% for you first, and then you can give. And life is all about giving. Like, anyway, that's a totally different conversation, but so it's kind of like sorry, let me go back. So busy is like, you know, that's the total opposite of ownership, is what I was saying there. And control is the same. You know, control is not a word you want to associate with success. It's just not. It's just, you know, because you can't control everything. You can't control what life throws at you. You can't control what business throws at you. You know, life is unpredictable. Business is unpredictable. And I pause there because things can be predictable to a point, right? But for the most part, the only person that you can really control is yourself. And sometimes that's hard to do. So that's why I don't like the word control. I much prefer the word ownership, because ownership means you're taking responsibility. Ownership means I've got this. Ownership is so much more empowering than control. Like, control is like, I don't know. Is this just me? Like, I don't know. That's how I feel. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk you through 3 steps. And I've got a bit of a bonus after, but 3 steps to start taking ownership of your life. So the first one is, being honest with where you're at right now. Like, where are you at right now? And if you have to write this down on a list, like I use a wheel of life with my clients, but think about the areas of your life. So your relationships, your finances, your career, your mindset, your health, even your spirituality. Like, how connected are you to this greater purpose? And rate them 1 out of 1 to 10. 1 being, this sucks, totally sucks, need to change it. And 10 being like, amazing, I wouldn't change anything. I'm just going to keep doing, going to keep being, going to keep going. And number 2 is take one of those areas where you scored the lowest and write down how you want to feel. Put 5 to 8 words that you want to feel in that area. And these are called feel goals. I didn't invent them. I learned them from I learned this concept from one of my mindset coaches, Jo Ellis, if she's watching. I'm giving her a shout out. But she's fantastic. I love that woman. And, the third thing is, what are you willing to change to feel the way that you want to feel? What are the things that you can do? Who are the people that you need to surround yourself, maybe let go of, maybe stop doing certain things? Let's talk about habits here for a sec. Like, self-discipline is a form of self-love. So if you're not serious about having self-discipline in your life, then we need to look at that. We need to look at that because it is a form of self-love. And, taking your body for a walk is giving love to your body. Putting moisturizer on your skin and thanking it for, protecting you. That's love right there. Like, those are some morning routines, nightly routines that I'm talking about. But, the bonus is put them into your planner. Start daily affirmations. If you want to feel happy in your career, what are some things that are going to help you feel that way? Is it looking for a new job? Is it getting that promotion? Is it starting a side business? Is it potentially starting a new business so that you can leave that corporate world? It doesn't matter where you're at. You yourself know deep down what you want. You just have to ask yourself the right questions. So I'm just going to read what Sakshi said here because she's always got some amazing insights. Okay, so she's like, exactly, completely agree. Thank you, love. To make a difference in our or someone's life, we have to be brilliant, rich, beautiful, or perfect. Sorry, we don't have to be beautiful, rich, brilliant, or perfect. 100%. We just have to care enough and be there. Absolutely. That way, if egg is broken by outside force, life ends. If broken by inside force, life begins. I like that. Similarly, great things always begins from the inside. Yes. Our life is our message to the world. Yes. So why can't we make sure that it's inspiring? 100%. Definitely life throws changes and challenges, but every change and challenge come with rainbow. Love it. And lights to conquer it. The difficulties and changes in our life are intended to make us better, not bitter. Ha. The journey of life only requires us to put one foot in front of the other, again and again and again. Yes, 100%. And if we allow ourselves with the opportunity to be present throughout the entirety of the trek, we will witness beauty every step of the way, not just at the summit. Love it. Love it, Sakshi. So that is everything from me today. So if you're just tuning in, go to the beginning and watch over, because I've got some, you want to kind of get the context of the show, of the episode. And there's three good steps for you to take to start taking ownership of your life, and even a bonus. So, be honest with where you're at. Just to recap, step 1, be honest with where you're at in all areas of your life. Number 2, and rate them 1 to 10, 1 being crap, 10 being awesome. The second thing is, take one of the areas of your life and write down your feel goals. How do you want to feel? And what are the activities that you can do? How do you want to feel? Period. And then the third thing is, what are you willing to change to feel that way? So what are the activities that you need to be doing? Who are the people that you need to be surrounding yourself with? And who and what do you need to let go of? And that's in terms of habits, people, whatever. I know it sounds simple, but it's a great exercise to do, and something that I do in the first step of my mentorship program. So with that, I will love you and leave you and wish you much joy today. Lots of joy and love. Talk to you soon. Bye.